Welcome to Ugandan Art Speaks Out, the podcast that celebrates the diversity and creativity of Ugandan arts and culture. Produced by Omochi Creative, a non-government organization that uses art to create social change and promote empowerment in Uganda. This podcast takes you on a weekly journey of discovery through the vibrant and diverse world of Ugandan art. Each episode features insightful conversations with talented artists and creatives who share their stories, inspirations, and passions. Whether you are an art lover, a curious listener, or someone looking to expand your understanding of Ugandan art and culture, Ugandan Art Speaks Out invites you now to join us on an unforgettable journey through Uganda's creative diversity. And now, let's start the show.
You're most welcome to yet another episode of Ugandan Art Speaks Out podcast. Together with me is an art practitioner, Mr. Tereka Desire. You're most welcome to this episode.
Thank you.
Who is Tereka Desire?
Tereka Desire is like you said, an art practitioner, but mainly in dance. Is a choreographer, a dancer, and also an inclusive arts practitioner and a street theater performer.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Would like to know about each of those things you are.
Well, as a dancer, I started way back as a young, of course as a young boy, but developed it more, which made me create my own company called Yutta Dance Company.
Yutta Dance Company.
Yeah, and I've been dancing for the last 11 to 14 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah, with different solo projects and group projects till before 29. My last dance performance was actually in 2018.
2018.
As a solo performer, that was my last dance performance on stage as a person. Then
Do you have any particular reason why it was your last?
No, I wanted to concentrate more because of an initiative I'd started giving dance to people who are differently abled. So I wanted to get time to do research and then also to train. It takes a lot. So I was also going to the roles of choreographing now. I've recently been choreographing all my works, but now choreographing a different set of people was kind of different. So I kind of laid back to kind of give dance to other people who are more energetic, who are younger, who have the will, but they're
not able.
Yeah, they're not able. Okay. Yeah, so that's why I decided to lay back a bit.
Okay, we can continue.
Yeah, so from there I started doing different choreographies with different groups, different organizations, including Sosolia, Baraka, like different people have been calling me. And recent that we started the festival now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's called Unseen Dreams.
Unseen Dreams.
And these are dreams of people who, they had dreams, but they thought their dreams were shattered because of their different challenges. They don't see, they don't hear, they don't have limbs, they're maybe involved in accidents. So whatever they envision was shattered, but we are there telling the people that these are dreams that are still valid. As long as you have life, your dreams are still valid. So I ventured into it. So teaching people who are blind how to dance, teaching deaf people how to dance, teaching people with wheelchairs, Down syndrome, those who they'll tell they're Babu, that kind of. So you already see there is a setback. Like people have that negative attitude already. You deal, you see what you get out of them.
They probably don't believe that you can actually do something with them.
So that festival was to disprove all those myths. Yeah, so like we're like, okay, we can do this, and the energies that the people came with. So we're like, why don't we just put up a festival together? So I went into a festival. And as the festival went on, now we also went like now there's a big problem because in the dance world, it's you come, you have no training at all, and then you get interest, and then you start dancing.
So you just start dancing.
Yeah, but now the problem is you won't give as much as someone who is trained, because the people who are trained out there, the people who want, the market who want to try and compete with, is people who have trained when they're children. So we started children's dance theater. So every year now we do a children's dance theater as well.
On top of the
impaired people, yeah. So we teach children from as low as 3 years.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that they can really love the art. We want to
they develop the love from the time they are very young.
So that when they grow up, they have at least a foundation.
They have a foundation.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that's me. And in the other world of street theater, we did street theater, but the dynamics kind of changed with the political atmosphere right now. It's very hard to do what we used to do, because anything that gathers people is deemed a little bit suspicious. Yeah. And this happened to me as in Bukedia. I did a training for some kids there. They're doing a piece. We're doing a performance on the street. And the police came, and the guy told me, "Stop it! You understand? I'm trying to empower your youth to use art and what? No, they refused it." And so that's for me. That was like, the odds have changed. It's not like the way it used to be. So I kind of laid back. So unless it's specifically unless it's specifically commissioned, that's when I'll do it. I can no longer do it the way I used to, the way I love to do.
How are things before people began seeing people gathering as a threat? How was it before?
Before it was just it was first of all new. It was intriguing.
Which year was that?
Because we started doing it in 2010.
2010.
Yeah, okay. I think 2010, 2011 there. So people, it was intriguing. Like people would be like, okay, what's this? Hey, people are mad, people are crazy. So it had good, like the kind of reaction
you wanted.
So it would also generate conversations. Like you find someone, you're doing a story on the street, and a person doesn't know anything about it, and they would tell you. You find someone, you see now they're doing this, and for you, it's not what your intended purpose, but there's someone who is getting purpose out of it. So for us, it was something very unique and different and nice that we generated conversation out of that street performances.
Yeah, street performance sounds exciting.
Yeah.
Just going to a place and you begin performing, people will first be scared, and they'll come.
Yeah,
I'm imagining it that way.
And that's the way it used to be.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people are like, what's it?
What's going on? Are these people mad? Yeah, exactly. That's the first thing that comes to people's mind.
Mad. In fact, there's one person who came and prayed for us.
For real?
Binding spirits and what. So we're like, okay.
Okay, we look so mad to that extent.
Yeah, so but the way you're doing a piece and someone who knows you is like, hey, what happened? You know, but you're in the art. So for us, it meant a lot, and the conversations. And I remember today is World Theatre Day.
Yes.
I remember there's one time we're doing a piece here. It provoked a policeman who beat up one of my partners in the piece.
Really?
Yeah, so it has those mixed challenges, because the guy didn't understand the art, and he thought the guy when he tried to ask questions, he thought maybe he was being despised, but we are doing an act. We are in the act. So the guy got tried to challenge, but later I got to find out, this is actually a performance. And then he came after us, begging us, sorry, see, I didn't understand. So for us, it was bad but good.
Yeah, it was a good experience
because art is about provoking emotions, and so for us that was something very good.
Yeah, I think the fact that happened, you noted it, that such a thing can happen.
Yeah, we always noted it. We normally moved with people who would help guide.
Like security people?
Yeah, when you move on the street, you need a security person one time, and maybe someone to help you hold stuff, but also to pass on the right information, in case so that the performance is not distracted.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
When you were introducing yourself, you mentioned something about inclusive theatre.
Yeah.
What is inclusive theatre and what is it about?
Well, inclusive theatre is basically working inclusively with people who have different challenges. You don't look at someone's ability. You take all the abilities the way they are. You don't do what?
Judge them by them.
Yeah, you don't judge. Yeah, you're like, okay, let's do this. We're going to do this. This is what I have. I'm going to work with someone who's blind, deaf, and or someone who is sick, or the HIV or what, and you're not looking at what the problem, but you're looking at the common goal as a practitioner. So that is something that hasn't been so much around here.
Yes.
Most people are looking at they'd rather have someone who is right there to like, let's say there are people, I've seen movies where they have someone who is not lame, but they want him to be lame,
to act lame,
and yet there are people who can do that.
Who are lame and can act.
And then there's also those who have done theatre, but instead of giving the people opportunity, they do theatre that belittles them, belittles their states. Like maybe someone is a little person and they're going to come and make fun out of it, out of them, and so it kind of belittles them.
Yes.
For the general audience, it's fun, but for that person, when they go back, because I've had a moment of interacting with some of these people, and it even made them hate theatre. Because once you go there and then you're belittled, it's fun there at the first glance, but when you go back on reflection, then you're like, what? This is what happened. No, I'm not doing that anymore. You get.
Okay. For a clear example, like which kind of people? Okay, no, not people, or it can be people or person who felt that way after a performance.
I'll give an example. There is a show. It was called Abania Singer. It was a TV show, something like that. So they will bring someone here, they talk, and then they bring another person. So I think on that show they hosted little people, the little persons. So
little persons, you mean?
In layman's language, the ones that we call draft. Because we are inclusive, we don't call them that because it's demeaning.
Yeah, I've learned that. Little people.
So we call them little persons. So I think the person who did that show made it look very so one time we wanted those little persons to be involved in theatre because we were doing this show for everyone. And then we met those two ladies and they had very negative thoughts about theatre and because of that incident. Like someone made fun, typical jokes, and they're also they were involved. And so at first it was fun to them, but then when they looked back, they hated that situation. They hated theatre. And this was the word that the lady, mutulabise. That kind of word, like, so you're making their challenge look so dramatized, like a joke, So they hated it. So from that day I learned that sometimes we need to
be sensitive.
Sensitive in a good way, not in a bad way. And during one of our press conferences, a journalist brought it up, like I think it was Bule. It's like, what are you going to do for these people who the artists use them as they're always portrayed in a negative way? Because what most artists do, they portray the people. You find maybe someone is an albino, they portray him as a ghost, or as you understand, or as a witch or something. Like, they always give them the negative part. So to be fit what they look like, yet it's not supposed to be like that.
That's absurd. It's sad to know that that's what happens.
And that's what happens. In fact, there's a recent outburst that happened on social media, and it raised a debate about, let's say, Teng Teng.
Teng Teng, that
Teng Teng thing. Apparently he has, like, probably Down syndrome or something like that. And a comedian went on stage and used probably his appearance and made different jokes about them. So there are some people who took it on the negative side, but then it created a good debate because there are those who are saying that's his appearance is what has been selling him. And then there are those who are saying, no, he's a child. And so there are limits on what you're supposed to do to utter. So the debate was there, is still ongoing, I think, up to now. But so those are the different examples of how people is. I think Teng Teng is one of the good ones.
The good ones. Yeah, that's interesting. So what projects have you had ongoing previously?
Previously, I've done a lot of projects, actually. Apart from of course, the festival is there. Unseen Dreams, the festival. In inclusions, we have also tried to bring art out because we want to promote that inclusive art to the public.
Yes.
Recently, we had a workshop where we taught the staff members of National Theatre how to use sign language because the members always came to the theatre after being, and they wouldn't do what?
They wouldn't be heard or understood.
So theatre, we decided theatre took on that. Now we are doing it with the dancers as well, some of the dancers, because we have dancers who are deaf and they want to fit in, and other dancers don't know how to deal with them, so we have that. We have a children's program that happens every year. At least we have a children's theatre program, so we teach in different schools, we bring them together. And then they do a
competition,
and not yet into competition. That's why we look at it, because they're asking for it. But we bring them because we also want to create cooperation. So we do that. But we're also teaching children to go and perform away from schools. So we're also doing that. And recent we had shows, we had school shows as well. In fact, we shall be launching a book pretty soon, a dance book. It's about this piece that we did that provoked...
that policeman?
No, not street, theatre. Theatre. Okay. So we shall be doing a book. We shall be launching a book soon, but we had a show in a school which was examined and what, so it was good. We have done different street performances. I think we have done on every festival that has happened here. That is really art. We have been able to showcase something, a piece or two.
Examples of those festivals you've been to?
Baimba. We have had dance week, dance transmissions, dance. We have had center by center festivals. We were part of the Kampala Festival.
Kampala International Theatre Festival.
And not yet, but this Kampala, the
sorry.
carnival.
Oh, the carnival.
Yeah, we're part of the carnival.
Mix that too.
Yeah,
when someone says Kampala Festival, I think it's the other one.
No, that one we haven't had yet an opportunity, but we are coming. Okay. We have had, there's one that Gothes Centrum, the one for there's Laba. We have had the Macaria Festival. They used to do a festival with the Norwegians. We have been part of that. We have been part of
so many things. Yeah, there's so many.
And the others that are international dance day, international dance day. Yeah, like today is the National Theatre Day, National Theatre Day. We have been part of those festivals as well. Yeah, so even the National Theatre Festival itself. So yeah, we have been quite a number of them.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
How do people get to find you in case they need you, and they want to be part of the things you're doing, the inclusive theatre, the dance?
Well, we can go through you can contact us through our Facebook page is active. It's Unseen Dreams.
Unseen Dreams?
Yeah, as a Facebook page. You can also go contact us directly through our numbers or email address.
Okay, you can read them out.
Our number, you can contact 0783 10 34 24.
Okay.
Or 0703 24 10 34. That's the number of the artistic director.
All right.
Which happens to be me.
Yeah, the artistic director.
I can also go through our email address. That is Unseen Dreams Pro. That is PRO at gmail.com.
Okay, Unseen Dreams. So Unseen Dreams is that group or organization, should I say?
Unseen Dreams is the festival, but we take on it more.
Oh, you take on the name.
Yeah. Most people know Unseen Dreams a lot, and sometimes it confuses them. So we decided. So most of our socials go through there.
Have Unseen Dreams.
Yes,
that's interesting. It's actually interesting to know that there is a person out there who considers the impaired people and involves them into theater, dance. I think it's new. Okay, not new. It may not be new, but I think there are few people who do this.
Yeah, there are few people who do this.
Do you know of other people who do this same thing?
Who have integrated? Yeah, there's after us. There's a dance company that came up. It's called Splash. The other companies that have involved, but one else. We have. I think there's a movie that was recently. Movies have now started taking it on. Okay. We had before COVID there was a fashion show, Hot Pink, which used to do a fashion event, and I think after COVID, things changed. But the other people have taken it on.
Okay.
I think Sawe Catherine has done an event of inclusion. She's a fashion designer. So other people are taking it on slowly by
different fields.
In different fields. But how we wish we can take on it wholly. And
you can have a joint thing.
Yeah, and also, even companies that are out there can also take on, at least they have a role for someone who has, at least there is always some sport.
Person, ready for them.
So that they can, because what happens is most times people give them either jobs or they're involved out of pity, not out of
their skills,
not out of their skills, or so it's really out of pity, and
which is the wrong thing.
So we should involve them wholly and also take on the mantle together.
It's both sad and interesting.
True.
How I wish we get to know about this theater. Like, this theater is out there. We get to know about it, because honestly, it's the first time I've got to know about it.
Oh, really?
Yes, and that's...
So we've been doing it, I think this will be our 8th year? 8th year, I think. 5, 6, 7, 7. Last year we were unable to do it. But also we have challenges. We do it out of free will, and it's very expensive. Whoever does it is literally volunteering. We as an organization of the company, we haven't got funding for it. No one has been, this is a good... we have had only one time, maybe. I would like to thank Konesha, who have supported us once. They also took on the mantle because they supported another women's group. I also want to thank there's a team, a US team. There's a lady called Helen Businje who organized some members there, and they came in for us as well. But also want to thank the different platforms, like from Bayimba to the theater. Like, they've always given us an opportunity to bring this idea and these people onto their stages, and to tell the world that, you know what, there's a difference. We can all be inclusive. Yes, you and me are stronger together, than when we look at our challenges. Because your challenge,
you may be a person to solve my challenge. You can help me out.
Yes.
So
so. You be my eyes, I'll be your ears, that kind of thing. If we work sweet. Like that, this community would be so far. But we work in isolation a lot of times.
So majorly we call upon funders.
If you're there and you're willing to support, you can just support someone just to go there and teach, because people will go and teach there, but sometimes you don't have... you're limited to transportations and there are also other shows that are happening. Sometimes you come here and you don't even have, or you can just say, I'm going to support a school to come for the festival. You get them costumes, because for us, when what we do is we do it wholly. We do the training, we do the skilling, we do the feeding, we do the transportations, we do the costuming as well. So if you put it on one person, like Desire, and he's doing that for the whole school alone, it becomes heavy. And our festival, we have had over 300 kids who have come here on a single festival. So like putting that together, it really takes a lot.
Yes, it takes a lot.
And so you have members who have come and they felt like, you know what, this has been heavy and depleted, but
Are you Christian?
Yeah.
May God bless the works of your hands.
Amen. Thank you.
Dear listeners, we thank you for being part of this episode. Our dear guest, do you have any closing remarks?
Closing remarks. Thanks for listening. And I invite you in your spheres where you are to be inclusive. If you have an opportunity, don't look on a person out of pity, but encourage them to be part of your organization. I also encourage you to be part of us, like you can support in different ways. You can join us during the classes and just be part of us, encourage us, but also you can support, maybe financially or something, or you have something that you want to give on that day. But I also like to invite you for our upcoming events. We shall be having a children's dance art festival, a children's theater children's theatre, a dance theatre, on the 29th of June.
29th of June.
Then we shall have another one on the 13th of July. And then we shall have the Unseen Dreams, the festival, on the 14th of July.
14th of July.
All happening at the National Theatre.
Okay.
And also look out for a book which will be coming soon called Romanza. We shall be launching I think probably the first dance book. I don't know if there are others, but it's the one I know. With the dance show itself. And Desire himself will be having a performance so we'll be coming back on stage. And
We can't wait.
Probably in September. Yeah, so look out for that.
We can't wait to have you back on stage.
You're welcome.
Thank you for being part of us.
You're welcome.
We've come to the end of the episode. Until next time.
Thank you for listening to Ugandan Art Speaks Out, the podcast that celebrates the diversity and creativity of Ugandan art and culture. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new about the amazing work of these artists. If you liked this episode, please subscribe, rate, and review our podcast on your favorite platform. You can also visit our website at Ugandan Art Speaks Out to learn more and explore further. You can also follow us on social media and join our community of art lovers and supporters. We'd love to hear from you and get your feedback. You can also support our work by donating to our organization and helping us continue our mission of using art to create social change and empowerment in Uganda. Thank you for your support, and until next time, keep listening and keep learning.